Well, guys. It's a beautiful day, and it's actually a really nice day,
bro.
right? Yeah, it is, man.
It's beautiful.
Did you guys see what's going on here? That's why I got the shades on, baby. We got some sunshine, baby.
God.
Yeah. What's up? Before I get started, everybody, you guys know who this is. The man to my left, my voice of reason, Mr. James Webb. How are you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good. I'm better now that you reminded me that it's a beautiful day. It wasn't a beautiful day this morning when I woke up to news.
No, it was. Well, I mean, as far as like weather-wise, you know what I mean.
Weather was good.
You see people out there. We got up to 40 degrees. That's beach weather, baby.
Bro.
You see this motherfucker? I seen him out there, shorts and flip flops. I see you out there. All right. You know it's snowing again Wednesday. Yeah.
Shut up.
Coming right back on Wednesday. But go ahead. No, keep operating like this shit's over. That's fine. Whatever. Do what you want to do, guys. All right. I am going to still go about my business as if it ain't messing up. You know what I'm saying? It's wait. What does it say? What are you looking at? Did you pull up the weather?
Pull up the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had such shitty weather. I feel like it's kind of important to be positive about something. So.
Yeah. So look. Oh, wait. Does this say we're staying in the 40s
41,
all week?
42 on Sunday.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe we live in Chicago, baby. This shit means nothing.
Anything can happen.
And you know it.
At any time, dude.
Any given time, man. This is north of the wall, baby. All right? Don't act like it. I'm serious. I'm sticking to that phrase, dude. They say George R.R. Martin wrote that particular piece of Game of Thrones lore based off of his time spent living here in Chicago and spending winters in there. So I think this place is a dark place, you know what I'm saying, in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah.
All right. A lot of bad stuff is going on here. All right. Mostly snow. That's really all the bad stuff that's going on. But we want to avoid that, dude. Just know, man, it is still February. I know we slide into March, okay? I know you guys are feeling excited. March is coming. You think that means spring and everything.
No.
You don't know it does not. All right. March is usually worse. March is worse because you get your expectations up. That's why March is worse. All right. And then all of a sudden, you looking up, you like, God damn, dude, I thought I was supposed to be finding 4-leaf clovers all over the place. Hell nah, bro. Still snowing out here, okay? So keep those coats at the ready. All right. That is very, very important. But today's good. Today's nice. You know what I mean? I actually stood outside. You know what I mean? I could have took a couple buttons off my jacket a little bit. You know what I mean? Just to be out there in that sunlight and everything. You had to, man. We got bad news today, guys. It is the end of an era. You know what I mean? A lot of people been reeling about this, dude. I know I haven't spoken to my little brother about it. I'm sure he's taking this very, very hard because he wrote some long post about this information. But Daft Punk, yes, legendary musical duo Daft Punk has broken up. Man, right?
I mean, this is like Batman and Robin,
dude. It's Batman and Batman, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Batmans.
two Batmans. Like, seriously.
It's like Batman's parents.
But no, like, seriously, like, this is that Death of Tom and Martha Wayne. You know what I mean? This is fucking like this is what Beavis and Butthead. This is I can't think of great dynamic. I'm trying to think of great dynamic duos. They never come to mind when you need them. But fucking Daft Punk is like you want to talk about soundtrack of a generation, dude. You want to talk about
soundtrack of 3 generations.
Litany. So many artists now. Like almost every popular artist now, Daft Punk. You ain't getting no weekend at the Super Bowl without Daft Punk, motherfucker. Like these dudes have been ahead of their time for so fucking long, dude. So long. Black people were fucking with them before Kanye was doing music with them. All right, we knew what was up. Nigga, Kanye always what he wants to claim. That's why he's lonely right now with his recent divorce. But he's trying to claim like when him and Daft Punk did Stronger, he was really out there being like, man, I found this underground fucking group. Like underground, nigga, Daft Punk is bigger than you, motherfucker. At that point in their careers, who you talking about, man? These dudes are legit, man. I was talking about. We were talking today about the movie that they made. Dude, a lot of people don't know they made a movie.
Anime? Yeah, what is it called again?
It's an anime-like movie. It's called Interstellar 5555. That's my recommendation. I think I would recommend that to everybody. Interstellar 5555. All right, 4 5s in there after the word Interstellar, and it is a movie that they made. Basically, what they did was they took the Discovery album, which is probably still their most popular album of all time. Discovery has everything. One More Time, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is on there. Like everything is on that album. They took that album and turned it into an actual movie, dude. And that's where the One More Time video comes from. That was the one everybody knows, that anime dancing party. That's how the movie opens, is them dancing. And the movie is, I won't spoil too much of it, but the movie is about this rock band that's from another galaxy. Like, they're very popular on the planet that they're playing, you know what I mean? And they get kidnapped by Earthlings, and they get brought here and turned into like this bullshit fucking pop band, and they're miserable and stuff like that.
It's got some like Josie the Pussycats vibe.
Oh, dude, at first it's definitely got like a cheesy, you think it's kind of like cheesy and stuff like that, but then like, and through the music too, no words are spoken, there's no dialogue between characters, but through the music and what they use and everything, they show like this very, they show these aliens being taken from their home, you know what I mean? Somebody comes to rescue them and brings them back and everything, and you get to explore the relationships between, like, it's a beautiful thing. And this came out back in like I think it was like 2000 or like very early. 2000. What is it? DVD came out 2003, so it came out
2003.
2003, 2003, dude. Way ahead of anything you've ever heard nowadays. And I guarantee any fucking popular artist that you listen to now, I listen to so many people, like I said, The Weeknd, anybody that does that fucking like super poppy, that weird poppy Euro vibe beat type of person, you know what I mean? Whoever, makes music like that, I guarantee their biggest influence is Daft Punk, dude, like 100%, dude. They still get stuff sampled in all their music. Look at this fucking thing, dude.
This is made to do drugs and watch.
Oh yeah, by the way, please, on every, whatever psychedelic you want, okay? Don't go too crazy, but I promise you, dude, this shit, dude, I'm telling you, man, when you learn
these outfits,
yeah, bro. Dude, watch this movie, bro. It's good, dude. Oh my god, dude, it's good. And I'm telling you, it's just pure music, start to finish, dude. Like, and it's there, and then Daft Punk, they make a cameo. Yeah, they make a fucking cartoon cameo.
They better be in their own goddamn movie.
Come on, man, wasn't nobody doing this shit back in the day. Now every fucking rapper you see fucking does like cartoon shit, and fucking all this shit you see now. People want to be cartoons, and everybody loves anime now, and all this shit, blah blah blah. These niggas been doing it. All right.
Were you a Gorillaz kid?
I liked Gorillaz. I did. I got into Gorillaz. Gorillaz really blew up right around when I was like 5th, 6th grade. You know what I mean? So Clint Eastwood, like that, all that shit. You know what I mean? I fucked with their movie, that type of stuff. Gorillaz just put out a new movie, or a new like movie with their album, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? When they always do. Yeah,
they always like pop
this type
up.
of shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Gorillaz, they're in that same vein. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say they drew directly from Daft Punk because they were operating around the same time. But this whole genre, man, the Daft Punk was fucking leading the charge on this whole.
I mean, Daft Punk was around way before Gorillaz was.
In late 80s, early 90s, they were making music together, dude. In Sweden, in fucking Sweden,
in
dude.
France.
You know what I mean? Sweden, France.
They had Europe on lock, bro.
Man, come on, dude. Wasn't nobody fucking with these dudes, man. So many people have made their fucking look at that, have built their careers around, you know what I mean, making music similar to what these dudes make, dude. Like, I'm telling you, man, you're never gonna find another a duo like that, dude. Like, honestly, they should, and they're not talked about enough, I think. And if you want to talk about in terms of like successful musical artists and everything, your icons throughout history of music and everything like that, they're not gonna be brought up because they're not your singers, they're not your traditional fucking, you know what I mean? They were doing the DJ shit before fucking DJs were doing it, man. Festivals, all this shit you do now, Coachella, these niggas who Steve Aoki, Deadmau5, these motherfuckers who were like,
there'd be no Deadmau5.
Thank you.
No Bass Nectar, no Skrillex.
Well, thank you.
No Skrillex.
Tiesto, all my Guidos and
Tiesto,
fucking all my motherfuckers on the Jersey Shore. You ain't doing this shit without Daft Punk, baby, all right? I'm telling you, dude. These guys are the fucking truth, man. It's very sad to see that they're breaking up, man. But, I mean, they're probably, I mean, you know what? Let's not rule that out, though, because, major artists like this, they always do some shit where they're like, yeah, I fucking broke, I'm done. You know what I mean? We're not.
Did you watch the epilogue video they put out today?
I didn't. They made an epilogue video?
They made a video for
Too busy crying. I didn't. I was like, I was listening to their music, but, it's hard to, like, some things you don't want to research, you know what I mean? Like, there's some things you don't want to fucking look up.
We can play
because it's like an epilogue video, dude? Like, the fucking... A farewell from fucking Daft Punk.
I mean, this is how they announced it.
Man, that is just and in true fashion, dude. Guess how many people are gonna be doing shit like this now when their careers are over? Look at this. Just give them little snips. Just give them little snips.
This actually this has no music in it, so I'm not gonna. So like this is kind of the synopsis. It sucks you're watching it like this, but we're gonna have to speed through.
I can always go back and like.
So they're walking through the desert, and then it's Watch Old Boy on the Left.
Mm-hmm. Watch Old Boy on the Left. Look at him walking through the desert, man. Look at these guys.
And he's just getting further and further.
Oh.
Further and further.
Oh my God.
Further and further.
Dude!
I'm getting goosebumps.
This is so sad.
And then
No!
our boy, he stops.
He's like, what? Hey, man, this is it for us. You know what I'm saying? And they looking at each other. They're like, this is
So
he
realizes something's going on. He comes back.
Comes back, man. He's like, yo, this is, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, I can.
Oh no, now he realizes.
Yeah.
Like, my boy's hurt.
Yeah.
How do I help you? What do we do?
What do we do, man? Then you know what I mean. Look,
you know what you know what you have to do.
Oh my gosh, dude. Is he taking off the jacket? Don't take off the jacket, bro.
You know
Oh my God! Don't you do it? Don't you do it? Don't you do it? Are you pulling the plug on my nigga?
He doesn't want to.
No! Oh my God!
I have to say, dude, this is phenomenal filmmaking.
Jesus Christ!
No words are spoken.
Yeah. And that's what these guys have always been. You know what? That's a beautiful thing about them too. Like, you know, I mean, there are pictures of what they look like without their like masks on and stuff like that. But like their true dedication was to the music they fucking made. You know what I mean? Obviously, they created these characters, they created this world around it, and they were always in these particular, you know, costumes, and they were doing their thing and stuff. But you didn't know who these guys were. You didn't know much about like them as individuals. They weren't on. I mean, look at the countdown, dude. You're trying to make me cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't know much about, you know what I mean, who they were as people, or, you know, oh my God, James, you know what? God damn it, dude. God damn it. And that's when you turn the sound on right there. When the dude, dude, whatever. What happens to the, well, don't show me anymore. Don't show me anymore, because I'll watch the rest of it when I get home. All right, but these like, yeah,
that's
man, you don't see artists like this, like that anymore, dude. Like people who are dedicated to,
well, even the fucking, like I was saying, even the filmmaking process of that, and like the direction and the writing of that particular video is on par with any Hollywood short film or like anything that win an award.
Dude, they created something that everybody fucking like draws from now. Like, and they were doing this way before. They were truly trying to like build a world that you could lose yourself in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's fucking nuts, dude. That's on par with your Stan Lees. You know what I mean? That's on par with your Walt Disney's, people like that who, like I said, to go back to that movie we were talking about. Like fucking, that's a world you can lose yourself in and fucking really find a lot of like truth, you know, and like, you know, honesty in what they were doing, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's the type. I mean, honestly, that's the type of art I wish I could make at some point. I hope that I'm starting to make in this. You know what I mean? Being as open about who I am and what's going on with me and everything that I like to talk about and everything. It may not always be, you know, set up, punch, jokey joke. You know what I mean? Stand up on a stage and, you know, tell, you know, a punchline and stuff like that. But like, you truly understand what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, you know, kind of put you inside my head for a little bit, you know what I mean? And that's
it's the name of the show, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's what these guys did, you know what I mean? We got inside their head. Like, that's the type of art that's the type of art we should really, you know, lift up. You know what I mean? Like, did you watch Patrice O'Neal's? I hope you guys watched Patrice O'Neal's documentary, man. That was a beautiful thing. That was something that I took away from that. It was like, this man was in constant pursuit of being the best quality, like the best artist he could be. You know what I mean? And he even said it. They got videos where he wasn't even always trying to be the entertainer. He wasn't always trying to be the fucking, I won't do the whole thing. Gary Goldman had this great story that stuck out to me about how he heard this bit Patrice O'Neal used to do, and basically the gist of the joke, I'm not going to tell it as well as he did, but the gist of the joke is that he's a fat guy, and for some reason other fat people like feel like they like know him. You know what I mean? Like, why do fat people come up to me and give me like a nod, like we're all like friends and stuff like that? You know what I mean? When did I become the leader of the fat people? And the punchline of that joke is like, am I Malcolm XXL? You know what I mean? And he was doing this joke back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 80s and 90s. That joke could hold up right now if he were to do it. 100%. And Gary Goldman talked about how he had seen him do that bit. It was amazing. He saw him again a few months later. He was doing entirely different stuff. And when he spoke to somebody that was a friend of his, he was like, you know, he could be doing that bit over and over. That bit kills. You know what I mean? You just heard it. That bit kills. I botched it 100%. I'm never going to do it like he did. And that bit kills, but like,
no one ever could.
No one ever could. But it's like, and he was like, dude, that's not what he's trying to do. He's not trying to be the fucking dude that told the Malcolm XXL bit. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be that type of guy. He was in pursuit of being the best quality entertainer that he could be, and he got it his own way a lot. Like, let's not take that away. They got into that. You know, there are times we do in pursuit of that, we get in our own way because, you know, there's a business aspect to what this whole industry is. And, you know, oftentimes the best artists have a hard time navigating those waters and everything because they clash more times than not, you know what I mean? And really the successful ones learn how to find a balance between the two, you know what I mean? And you sacrifice some for others, and it may not always feel good and stuff, but you learn how to balance between the two, you know what I mean? I think that's what we all ideally want to have at the end of the day, but you know what I mean? Really just pushing that art aspect though, you know what I mean? Really pushing that fucking like, you know, why'd you get into this in the first place? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Why did you get? I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine from New York, who has been like, you know, dealing with the COVID, you know, stuff like that. She's still trying to do comedy. She's still been trying to do comedy and everything. And she was like, it blew her mind how many people who she had seen at just about every show or every, like, you know, whatever mic or little showcase she was trying to do performing. And she's reached out to them since this has started. And most of them, like, she's like 75 to 80% of them have been like, I don't even do comedy anymore. Like, I don't even like mess with it. Like, I don't even like want to have a part of it. You know what I mean? I use this as an example, but it's like you really see, you know, we've seen that here too, or, you know, you see that everywhere.
Oh,
you see the people who were in this, you know, for the sake of like getting as good at this as possible, and who were in this just because it was like a fun little social thing they could do. You know what I'm saying? Or it was like a fun little, like, you know, hobby they had, you know what I'm saying? Or blah, blah, blah. Or like, you know, it wasn't about the pursuit of the best quality art possible. It was really about the pursuit of getting seen or getting an opportunity or getting that little moment in the sun or anything like that. You know what I mean? You don't always get that when you're fucking trying to build, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to build as an artist, you know what I mean? Right. So to take it back to Daft Punk, why I like them so much, and I talked about them not showing their face and who they are, and like, you know, you never knowing who they were and everything, you understood the imagery they gave, but they did not want to get in the way of the art they were trying to produce, you know what I'm saying? Right. And that's something that a lot of people were able to resonate with, and that's why they lasted so long, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. The motherfuckers that are just the fun, you know, the people that are like do the catchy shit and all that stuff, they disappear. It will happen. They disappear. We all love, you know, fads and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But if you stay true to like, you know, you stay true to like the core of what you're trying to build, you're always gonna do something great, dude. And you're always gonna be able to connect with people across generations, dude. 30 years these guys have been.
And honestly, too, like, their music really didn't change fundamentally.
No.
Over 30 years. In a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's...
You knew their sound. Like, no matter what, you knew their sound. To the point where you hear things now and you're like, oh, there's an element of Daft Punk in it. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell what they took from, you know what I mean? There's nothing I listen to Daft Punk-wise and I go, well, you know what, without being like, you know, on some level, you're like, okay, I can see elements of stuff, but like, it was so unique, you know what I mean? You knew they drew from a line, but what they did was so unique, you know what I mean? When they came on, when One More Time comes on, when Aerodynamic comes on, you know, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, Technologic, when that comes on, you know what I mean? When songs like that, what's the one that Lose Yourself to Dance, the one they did with Pharrell, Get Lucky, when that song comes on, when those songs come on, you're like, oh, that's Daft Punk. From the first note, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, yeah. I know exactly what's going on.
Well, the whole place goes crazy too, because it's like that you really feel it.
Yeah, that too. You feel it. You fucking feel it.
It's not. Daft Punk is not something you hear. You feel
no, and at any age too, as a child, dude. I'm talking as a kid. Man, my little brother. That was I talked about my little brother writing this thing. He talked about it as a kid when we were kids, hearing this stuff, not knowing. It's just we don't know anything about anything. You know what I mean? We just know this sounds good. It makes us feel good. And to still have that same feeling when that song comes on at 29, almost 30. I'm gonna be 30 in 2 months. I'm gonna be 30 in 3 months. I'm gonna be 30 in three fucking months. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, man. You know, hats off to y'all, dude.
You still got a good 5 years before shit starts really hurting. So
hey, man, I'm not worried. You know, I've been thinking. People have been asking me about like, am I worried about 30, dude? You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten that question. I think you asked me too that once. Am I worried about 30, man? And I'm not. You know, I'm not.
Good.
I think I'm at this point where I'm because I'm looking back on the 20s, and you know, everybody wants to do more in their 20s. We all do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I think the way the world has changed, you know what I'm saying? It makes it harder and harder for you to, get those life skills you need in your 20s. You know what I mean? A lot of people were forced to grow up a lot earlier than they had to later on. I mean, earlier on, back in the day. You know what I mean? You want to talk about the greatest generation from the people in the 40s and 50s.
Oh, yeah.
These motherfuckers had to leave high school and go to war. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a whole different, it's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? From the lives they had to live. You know what I mean? Versus the lives we had to live now and how things change. That older generation. I know I will one day. When I'm like, I'm be like, you kids don't understand what the hell we had to go through. We all do that and stuff.
Right.
But it's like what was I? Shit, I lost my train of thought, bro. Sometimes I'm just
worried about 30.
Oh, worried about 30. Thank you. But for me, I'm just like, I'm not sweating what 30 has to offer, dude, because I feel like those life skills, while maybe I could have taken avenues to learn them quicker, I don't regret the journey that I've made to this point. You know what I mean? And it's taught me a lot, and it's given me a lot of security into what I can do going forward. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not worried about 30. 30 is going to be great, dude. 30 is when I'm going to really be able to put these things that I've taken, these mistakes that I've made, these, these lows, these highs. I'm really going to take those tools and apply them to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm looking forward to being able to do, or taking more initiative to do. You know what I mean? I'm not just trying to wake up and figure out how I'm gonna get fucked up today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as much as I'm gonna miss that, who's not gonna miss that? It's like, I have little things I want to accomplish. I have things I want to figure out, and I also know that it's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you want everything to happen for you. Again, product of the generation we're in. You want it to happen fucking now. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything goes viral. You know what I mean? We microwave things. We do. You want it to happen fucking at the touch of a button, and it may not. You know what I mean? But that's okay. You know what I mean? Because the longer you build, at this bottom part, that foundation, the stronger it is when you actually, when it rises. You know
no doubt, dude.
So that's where I'm at, dude. That's the wisdom that I have been really trying to absorb myself, and that's what I gotta impart on. I feel like I can impart that on other people who are coming up on this milestone. Even if you're in your mid-20s, man. I know at 25 you have this weird fucking I don't know why it's 25. You have this weird it's all over now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's a scientific reason behind that.
Really?
So when you hit 25, around 24, 25, 26, that is when your prefrontal cortex finishes developing.
Right.
So human beings do not have fully developed brains until they hit 25. So that is kind of when that's really kind of when the person you're gonna be forever is set. Yeah, I mean, people can change obviously, but that's when all of the physical stuff inside your body is like, all right, this is it.
It's how big I'm gonna get. It's how long.
And that's when the panic sets in. It's like, wait. It's subconscious, but it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
There's nothing new.
There's nothing. Yeah.
It's over.
There's no. Yeah, it's like you're like, that growth spurt ain't happening.
You
all right, I'm sorry.
Stone for the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's just about that's true. I mean, I feel that though. Yeah, because I definitely know around that time I was sitting there going like, fuck, this is who I am now. You know what I mean? But then there's something. As I started settling into my later 20s, and now that I'm gonna be 30 in a couple months, I just settled into that. You know what I mean? Like, this is who I am now. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know this mindset started to grow in me. That was like, look, if you don't like it, or if it's because you grow up for a long time, you're like, oh man, please like me, or please like what I'm becoming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you, like you said, you become what you're gonna become. You walk into this mindset of like, you know what, this is who I am now. You know what I'm saying? So now you start learning where it works and where it doesn't.
Yeah. How to embrace yourself.
So now I'm just like, and you'll be embracing yourself for the rest of your life, because there'll be new things that will happen, because now you're gonna age, so there are gonna be new milestones you're gonna hit. And things are going to be, things are going to kind of fall apart. Some other things are going to grow. You know what I mean? But hey, listen.
Everything falls apart.
Yeah, everything falls apart. But, I honestly, man, I think that I'm just ready to I'm just ready to keep going. That's all, man. Nothing's going to stop at 30. And I know that for a fact. Nothing's stopping at 30. You know what I'm saying? And whether it slows down or it speeds up, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's just another plane that I'm going to cross. You know what I mean? I'm going to collect my 200, go past go, you know what I mean? And just start fucking making my way around the board again. You know what I mean? That's all we can really do. You know what I mean? We can't control a lot of things in life. We got to stop trying to control a lot of things in life. We just got to let them happen as they happen. Prepare, prepare yourself and guard yourself against pitfalls as best you can. But, You know what I mean? Life hits you from a lot of different angles. You know what I'm saying? And it's overwhelming, but you don't have to be overwhelmed if you just understand that that's what it is. You know what I mean? You just understand that that's just how things work. Okay.
I didn't like where you were going with that for a second, but I'm on board.
Hey, James. You doubt me?
It sounded for a second like you were basically saying, just lay down and accept life, like it's gonna happen. But like, no, because your ability to repel, deflect, and counter the things life throws at you.
Yeah,
I think is a much better.
That grows, that continues to grow over time. Yeah. That's the real thing. You know, I mean, if I wasn't conveying that message well enough, you know what I mean? I hope I'm conveying that now. That's the real thing.
I just got lost in the initial statement of like, life just comes and you gotta fucking. But you finished it. You finished it great.
I know where I'm going, baby. Exactly.
I was like, Dwayne.
Come on, man.
What the fuck are
We've
you
all been to
about?
church. You know, you be in church and you just be like, what the fuck?
The sermon starts and it's the most like.
Man, I'm
down in the dumps bullshit.
Oh my gosh, dude! I just think back to my days as a youth pastor and going to these, especially these new churches too. Oh my gosh, these fucking like new age, you know what I mean? Well, these are churches that really appeal to like the youth. You know what I mean? They use like all types of crazy.
Come on and play Nintendo Switch with us.
Saw this dude literally. He was riding this boat out with some seaweed on his head, real seaweed. This dude's just like rolling out, and just being like, you know what I'm saying? Life is a swamp and everything. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
A hologram of God comes down.
Exactly. So you know what I mean? It's a fishing hook, and then it pulls you up out the water, and guess who's on dry land? Jesus. All right, and then you just it's all kinds of, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the analogies can go all over the place. But, you know, I mean, hey, listen, man, trust the Reverend, dude. We know where we're going, dude, because those sermons end up coming back around, and then it'd be 500 crying kids just being like, take my money and take my money so I make more money. I don't know how this works. It's like that's how mega churches work in my head. That's what they do.
You got to pay for all that gear.
The business of church is very diabolical. Very lucrative, yes, also very diabolical. You know what I mean? It does get away from the real message and like the real spirituality and like the beauty of what religion can be when you think about the business side of it. But
dude, I'm in a group, like a production group, because like all the gear I have, specific elements of the gear I have kind of, it's weird. There's like fandom around like the switcher I'm using or whatever, and like 90% of the people in these groups use this gear for church.
Yeah.
Like it's all of the shit you're seeing in this room is just church shit.
I used to operate shit like this
in
my bed for church. And I'm telling you, nobody fucking gets more. Nobody is closer to God than that sound guy. All right?
Well, he's gotta be.
The amount of times he says Jesus Christ under his breath.
Hit a button?
Exactly, dude. Oh my gosh, I was working the sound. Yeah. This is my last thing I'll tell, okay? And some people that went to this church I went to may watch this. And if you do, hey, whatever, I don't talk to y'all anyway. So but I do miss you. But I was working the sound for a Christmas service. All right. And if you don't know about church, okay, the money services are Christmas and Easter every year. You know, the money services, all right, are Christmas and Easter. No matter what, you can look at it. It's proven across the board statistically. You will always, no matter what, 100% your attendance at most churches will go up for that particular Sunday and the Sundays around it leading up. Your attendance will go up 50, 70, some even 100+% of people who just need to come in and get a little bit of, Jesus before they go back into fucking hell for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they get a recharge at the 6 month point for Easter. But those are the money services, all right? Right. So, everything about, these churches, they want the production to go up. They really want to draw these people in. Like, I've sat in fucking production meetings for churches, and they talk about how we need we need the levels to go up. We need these people to get lost in what we're doing. We need to create the atmosphere, you know what I mean? And obviously, yes, they do want you to connect with God. I'm not trying to say churches don't want that from you, you know what I mean? So before motherfuckers start emailing me and being like, oh my God, you don't love Jesus, I fucking do, all right? I know what the business is like, and that's what they do. They need to create this element, because it's not just about the church goer. It's about those people who don't come to church. It's about those people who don't spend time in these environments and everything, and they want you to come and feel like, oh my gosh, I'm missing out on something by not being here. You know what I mean? So that's what these services are made to produce. And so when you do that, you know what I mean? I remember I was working sound one year for a Christmas service, and you know, everybody on the stage, you know, they got songs that they're singing for Christmas and everything like that. And somebody found out that you could have reverb. Right, so somebody found out. If those the people who are not technically sound, the sound people, yes, this is a reverb. All right, it means your voice can echo. You know what I mean? You can literally sound very, you know, extra spiritual. And they wanted it to be on certain songs or whatever. So one lady got it. All of a sudden, everybody needed it. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, get this. Get that, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? And then they were like, spotlights, can you put one here? What if I want to go here and move a spotlight? And I'm sitting here like, none of y'all need any of this. Like, none of y'all. You never wanted it. You never asked for it. You play the bass. Don't nobody look at the fucking bass player, all right? Play the boom, boom, boom. Do that and just don't bother me while I'm trying to work this soundboard, dude. I remember, man, I was about to get kicked out that week for the requests that I was getting from this church, man. I'm telling you, man, like, but it's like the sound, dude, like all this stuff, they work all this equipment in churches, man, and they hire professionals, dude. They hire people who have worked on the guy that ran our sound team, the guy that ran our media team and stuff like that, had worked on movie sets and like done.
Dude, well, you have church is a movie set now, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, church literally has set designers now.
Yes, I'm all
for every week.
All things I've done, bro. I'm talking about. I've built the Game of Thrones chair from the ground up to scale. All right, to talk about how Jesus is the one true King of Westeros. I was there that week. All right, I've done it. This shit is real, bro. Like I'm telling you, we drove a NASCAR through the sanctuary. Real thing. All right, yeah, exactly. We tried to put a dude on a zip line once. Like, I'm telling you, I have done some shit to save souls, baby. All right, I'm telling you, man. They don't call me the Reverend for nothing. I've done this.
Definitely earned it.
I've earned my title. All right, I've done it all. I've been a stunt man. All right, I perfectly created a Halo clone on stage, timed it out perfectly. I had two guys, but I had timed it out so one could run out and another one could run in, and we made it look like there were two motherfuckers on there. It was fucking good. You know what? Don't even worry about what I did. Choreographed a Thriller dance, you know what I mean, for a whole church. I got credentials, baby, all right? I've seen the signs. What I'm saying is, all right, there's a lot of production value that goes into this stuff, okay? You know what I mean? And if you just don't, at the end of the day, with everything, even with the churches we talk about, man, and with Daft Punk too, it all ties together, you know what I mean? Just don't take away from the true nature of what you're trying to do, you know what I mean? Don't take away from the true nature of who you're trying to be, you know what I mean? Just like I said, like we said, we're becoming 30, man. Embrace that and use those tools that you've equipped, just like these men did, just like everything that we all did. Use those tools you need to, you know, get through life, you know, and combat it the best way you see fit. You know what I mean? I think that's the best way to wrap this up, dude. I did a real good job today. I don't pat myself on the back often, but today was good. All right, I gotta say, today was good, man. And I hope that you guys watching at home got something. I hope you feel a little bit more healed today, James. Man. I know you've been having some ups and downs, man, but I'm always here for you too, brother. You know what I mean? And everybody watching, man, please continue to follow us. You know, go on there, share, do all the stuff, man. We're gonna keep adding more stuff to our social medias, to our different outlets and everything. You can go on there and just find your boy, you know what I mean? Send me a little DM or whatever, you know what I mean? Say, hey, I like what I'm hearing and I appreciate everything that you're doing, and I'll keep at it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's all I have to really go over with you guys. So like I always say before I get out of here, we can't all be perfect, but we can be people, man.
There you go.
Take it easy, man. R.I.P. Daft Punk.